Shedeur Sanders just turned down a $40 million NFL contract offer. His draft stock is supposedly sliding, and teams are creating uncertainty about where he'll get picked. But here's what nobody's talking about. Shedeur is already making more money right now before being drafted than most NFL rookies will make in their entire first year, and the way he's doing it is absolutely genius. While teams are trying to manipulate his value and tank his draft position, Shedeur has been quietly building a business empire that's generating millions of dollars in revenue through endorsements, social media, name, image, likeness deals, and investments that have nothing to do with football. The leaked financial documents that just surfaced show Shedeur made over $8 million in 2025 alone, and he's projected to make even more in 2026 before he ever signs an NFL contract. This completely changes the narrative about why he rejected that $40 million offer, why he's not panicking about his draft position, and why NFL teams are terrified of a player who doesn't need them as desperately as they need him. February 14, 2026. While the sports world debates whether Shedeur Sanders made a huge mistake by rejecting a $40 million pre-draft offer and potentially sliding down draft boards, financial documents obtained by investigative journalists reveal something that completely changes the conversation. Shedeur Sanders is already rich. Not family money rich, not potential future earnings rich, actually independently making millions of dollars right now rich. And the business operation he's built is so sophisticated, so well structured that it's making NFL executives nervous because it gives Shedeur leverage that rookie quarterbacks aren't supposed to have. Let me take you inside Shedeur's financial empire, because what he's accomplished while still in college is unlike anything we've seen from a draft prospect in modern NFL history. The story starts in July 2021 when the NCAA finally changed its rules to allow college athletes to profit from their name, image, and likeness. This was a revolutionary change that suddenly allowed players like Shedeur to sign endorsement deals, make money from social media, and build businesses while still playing college football. Most college athletes struggled to take advantage of NIL opportunities. They didn't have the knowledge, the connections, or the business infrastructure to maximize their earning potential. But Shedeur Sanders had something most college athletes don't have: Deion Sanders as a father and business mentor. Deion, who made hundreds of millions of dollars during his playing career and built multiple successful businesses after retirement, understood the opportunity NIL presented, and he helped Shedeur build a business operation that would maximize every possible revenue stream. According to financial documents reviewed by multiple reporters, Shedeur established a limited liability company called SS2 Enterprises in August 2021, just weeks after the NIL rules changed. This LLC became the entity through which all of Shedeur's business dealings would flow, providing legal protection and tax advantages. Then, Shedeur hired a team of professionals to manage his business interests. Not just an agent, but an entire team, including a business manager, a financial advisor, a social media strategist, a brand consultant, and entertainment lawyers. This is the kind of infrastructure that most NFL players don't build until years into their careers, if ever. With that team in place, Shedeur started building his brand and signing deals, and the numbers are staggering. According to the leaked financial documents, here's a breakdown of Shedeur's income sources for 2025. Endorsement deals, $4.2 million. Shedeur has endorsement partnerships with multiple major brands. He has a deal with a major athletic apparel company worth approximately $1.5 million per year. He has partnerships with an energy drink company, a supplement brand, a luxury watch company, and a technology company. Each deal is structured to pay him both upfront fees and performance bonuses based on social media engagement and sales generated. Social media revenue, $1.8 million. Shedeur has over 2.5 million followers across Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. But unlike most athletes who just post content randomly, Shedeur treats his social media like a business. According to sources familiar with his operation, Shedeur's team creates sponsored content for brands that pays between $50,000 and $150,000 per post, depending on the platform and engagement metrics. He posts approximately 3 to 4 sponsored pieces of content per week, generating consistent revenue. Additionally, Shedeur has monetized his YouTube channel through ad revenue, sponsorships, and exclusive content subscriptions. His channel features behind-the-scenes football content, training videos, lifestyle content, and collaborations with other influencers. Appearance fees and speaking engagements, $800,000. Shedeur commands appearance fees of $25,000 to $50,000 for showing up at events, hosting football camps, participating in autograph signings, and making promotional appearances. Throughout 2025, he did approximately 20 to 25 paid appearances, generating substantial income. He also does paid speaking engagements at corporate events and conferences, where companies pay him to talk about leadership, overcoming adversity, and building a personal brand. These speaking fees range from $30,000 to $75,000 per event. Trading card and memorabilia deals, $600,000. Shedeur has exclusive contracts with multiple trading card companies to sign autographs and appear on special edition cards. He also has deals with memorabilia companies for signed jerseys, helmets, and footballs. These deals pay him both upfront licensing fees and royalties on sales. Investments and business ventures, $400,000 in returns. This is where Shedeur's strategy gets really impressive. Instead of just spending all the money he's making, he's been investing aggressively with guidance from his financial team. According to sources, Shedeur has invested in real estate, including rental properties in Texas and Colorado. He's also invested in several startup companies, including a sports technology company, a fitness app, and a content production company that creates video content for athletes and influencers. In 2025, these investments generated approximately $400,000 in returns through rental income, dividends, and profit distributions. And the long-term value of these investments could be worth millions more as the companies grow. Other income, licensing, royalties, etc., $200,000. This includes various smaller revenue streams like licensing his name and image for video games, getting royalties from documentary appearances, and other miscellaneous business income. When you add it all up, Shedeur Sanders made approximately $8 million in 2025 from his various business ventures while playing college football at Colorado. That's more money than most NFL rookies make in their first year, and he hasn't even been drafted yet. But here's what makes this even more significant. Shedeur's earning potential is actually increasing heading into 2026, not decreasing despite his supposed draft slide. According to sources familiar with his business operations, Shedeur has signed new endorsement deals in early 2026 that will pay him approximately $5 million this year. He's also expanding his social media presence and launching new business ventures that could generate additional millions. Projections from his financial team estimate that Shedeur could make between $10 and $12 million in 2026, even if he doesn't sign an NFL contract until late in the year. Now let's connect this to why Shedeur was so comfortable rejecting that $40 million pre-draft contract offer. When you're already making $8 to $10 million per year through your own business ventures, a $40 million offer that comes with restrictive clauses, control over your off-field activities, and fake guarantees becomes a lot less attractive.
If Shedeur signed that contract, the team would likely restrict his ability to pursue many of the endorsement and business opportunities he's currently exploiting. The contract language giving the team approval over his off-field deals would essentially kill his independent income streams. So, from Shedeur's perspective, taking that $40 million would actually cost him money long-term. He'd be giving up his business independence and earning potential in exchange for what sounds like security but is actually a trap. This is the power of financial literacy and having the right team around you. Most rookie prospects don't have the knowledge or resources to build what Shedeur has built, so they feel desperate to sign whatever NFL contract is offered. But Shedeur has leverage because he doesn't need the NFL as badly as the NFL needs him, and that terrifies teams. NFL franchises are used to having all the power in negotiations with rookies. The rookie wage scale limits how much players can make. Draft position determines contract value, and rookies typically have no leverage because they have no other income sources. But Shedeur Sanders breaks that model. He's financially independent. He has income streams that will continue whether he plays in the NFL or not. And he's comfortable waiting for the right situation rather than accepting the first offer out of fear. This is exactly what NFL teams wanted to prevent when they lobbied for the rookie wage scale in 2011. They didn't want players having leverage. They didn't want negotiations where rookies could demand more money or better terms. They wanted a system where draft position determines everything, and players have no choice but to accept whatever the team offers. But the NIL era has changed the game for elite college athletes. Players like Shedeur, who build successful businesses while in college, now have options and leverage that previous generations didn't have. The impact on Shedeur's draft position is complicated. On one hand, teams respect that he's business savvy and financially independent. That suggests he's mature, intelligent, and won't make stupid decisions with money like many young players do. On the other hand, some teams are nervous about drafting a player who doesn't need them financially. They worry that if Shedeur is already making $10 million per year from endorsements and businesses, he won't be as motivated to work hard in football. They worry that he'll prioritize his off-field business ventures over football preparation. These concerns are mostly bullshit. There's zero evidence that Shedeur's business success has hurt his football performance. He's been productive on the field while building his business empire. But NFL teams always find excuses to talk themselves out of drafting players who don't fit their preferred profile of a compliant, controllable rookie. There's also a racial element to this that can't be ignored. Shedeur is a confident, successful young black man with his own money, his own team, and his own power. He doesn't need a predominantly white ownership and management structure to save him or take care of him, and that makes some people in NFL front offices uncomfortable.
They'd rather draft someone hungry, someone desperate, someone who needs the NFL so badly that they'll accept whatever terms are offered and never push back. Shedeur Sanders is the opposite of that. But here's the beautiful irony. While teams are supposedly concerned about Shedeur's business ventures distracting him from football, those same teams are about to make him even richer once he's drafted. According to marketing experts who've analyzed Shedeur's brand value, getting drafted by an NFL team, even if it's later in the first round than expected, will significantly increase his endorsement value. NFL players command higher endorsement fees than college players. The exposure is greater, the audience is bigger, and brands pay premium prices for NFL quarterback endorsements. So if Shedeur gets drafted 15th overall instead of 5th overall, he might lose a few million in signing bonus and salary compared to a higher pick, but his endorsement income will likely increase by more than enough to offset that loss. In fact, some marketing analysts believe that Shedeur's earning potential over the next 5 years could be higher if he's drafted by a big market team picking in the middle of the first round, like the Giants, Cowboys, or 49ers, compared to being drafted by a small market team in the top 5. This is why Dion and Shedeur aren't panicking about draft position. They understand that football salary is just one piece of total earning potential. And for a player like Shedeur, who has a massive personal brand, endorsements and business ventures can generate more money than his NFL contract. As of right now, February 14th, 2026, Shedeur's business empire continues to grow. He just signed a new endorsement deal with a major automotive company worth $2 million over 2 years. He's launching his own clothing line in partnership with a fashion brand, and he's in talks to executive produce a documentary series about his journey to the NFL. All of this is happening while scouts are evaluating his throwing motion, coaches are analyzing his decision-making, and teams are deciding where to draft him. But none of that business activity is affecting his football preparation.
He's still training. He's still working out for teams. He's still focused on being the best quarterback prospect in this draft class. The difference is that Shedeur is doing all of this on his own terms, with his own team, generating his own wealth and maintaining his own power. And that's revolutionary for a rookie quarterback.